right. Pucks are being collected. Warm-ups are done. Refs have checked both nets. During pregame, saw goalie Veda Doobie back in net. She played for us yesterday morning. Coaches giving last-minute tips. Saw coaches working on Veda's one leg pad during warm-up. She kept tripping, so I don't know if she had a strap that broke or if it just wasn't tied right. We'll see. Worked on her on the ice, then had to take her on the bench, do a little work on the bench. So hopefully that doesn't become a factor during the game. This is a fifth place game. 2 pools of 4. The game right before us was for 7th. Hometown hockey versus One Way. And wow, what a game. Those 2 teams going 0 for 3 in pool play, but having a really, really fun game to watch for that 7th place game. Hometown hockey up by 2 almost the entire game. One Way scoring to tie with about 5 minutes left, and then scoring to take the lead with a minute left in the game. And then with 50 seconds left, getting a tripping penalty. Hometown pulled their goalie. It was a 6-4, just 45 seconds of just pressure to finish the game, and my goodness, what a game. That was fun. And looks like Sea Otters have white jerseys, but I believe they are separate jerseys. Steel have reversible, so refs asking for the Steel players. You can see they're taking the time. Helmets are off, gloves are off. They're going to flip jerseys and go white. The navy blue versus the black, maybe just a little too hard to differentiate for these refs. For you colorblind viewers out there, you'll appreciate this switch. Yep, thinking of you, Jeff Bergman. So girls swapping on those light jerseys. Coaches quickly trying to help out. Coaches giving waves to the fans, to the stream. Full squad back. Yesterday, both Saturday games, we were missing a player. Missing Bryn in the morning, missing Landon in last night. Now we're back. Full complement. Still missing Coach Judd. Oh, hang on. We're going to go dark here for a sec. All right, we're back. Just informed Coach Judd, it's your birthday today. Happiest of birthdays. Hopefully the girls can pull out a win for you. The Steel parent community thinking of you today, Coach Judd, for multiple reasons. Otters take possession. Steel pushes down the offensive zone. Otters push up to the blue line. They're out. Spandy, Rosine giving chase. That's Neldner. She knocks it back. And right underneath us, we're in rink 1. It's the big rink, the nice rink. Puts us a little bit up high. We'll try to zoom in, get you a good view. Oh, Neldner right off a break. Here we go. Quick shot. Deflected by the goalie. Nice little kick saved. And the goalie's right into the corner. Rosine will pursue. She'll pick it up. Neldner out in front. Centering pass attempt. Neldner loses it in her skates. Now she's got a backhand attempt. Rosine right there as well. Slow shot attempt. That's going to come up to the point. Johnson. She'll skate down. Deflected over to Rosine. She'll pick it up in the middle. She'll just fire it down. Give the Steel forwards a chance to collect themselves and get back down there. Stanbaugh and Kirkland now in the mix. And a 3-person line change for the Steel while Stanbaugh and Kirkland hold the zone by themselves. You've got Hanneran and Crosby out as your D pair. And you've got Van Allsburg back out as your third. Holds him down. Kirkland now battling in the corner. Stambaugh is going to go off. Hines will come on. Crosby, Hanran still holding at that blue line. Crosby, she'll fire it down. Finds Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg turns, tries to fire. Gets her stick lifted. Still manages to push it towards the net. Kirkland not able to get there in time to push that one in. Otters clear the zone and slow down the Steel attack. So, in this first 2 minutes, Steel just coming on strong. Well, that's Claire. She fires that down. Van Allsburg into the zone. Kirkland in the zone. Van Allsburg, quick shot. Boy, this rink is, I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but they did Zamboni. But I don't know if the chillers aren't working. Boy, that puck just grinds to a halt. These, we've noticed this yesterday too in the other rink. Neither of these rinks are real fast rinks. So somebody who's more of an elite hockey mind might be able to tell me why that's happening, but warm puck, warm rink, I don't know. Yeah, these pucks are just dying. These passes are just, you gotta rifle this pass to get it anywhere. Here we go, Otters pushing the offensive zone. Hanrahan pushes them right back out. That's over the red line. Puck into the offensive zone for the Steel. Neldner picks it up at the red line. She'll dump it in. That was Gorns trying to jump that route. Gorns has to get out now. Gorns, yep, there she goes. Now she realizes, so she'll get out. Steel will clear. Neldner in, deflects off her boot. And Hanrahan is going to be able to hold, again, that slow puck, able to help us in that regard. Hanrahan off, Spandy on. Johnson on as well, so are your second defenseman. Otters pushing up. They're going to get out of the zone. Johnson's back. And Hines. Nice back check by Hines. Skating up and taking that off their tape. Otters somehow retained possession though. Fired into the corner. Rosine picks it up on the half wall in front of the Steel bench. She'll skate. Look at that puck. That is not how it's supposed to work, people. I'm not an elite hockey mind, but I know that. All right. All right, we're back. Kirkland on the draw. Stambaugh on her right, Rosine on her left. Spandy, Johnson out there as your D pair. Steel take the draw. Rosine fires all the way across. Johnson will skate down. She'll try to hammer that one in. Otter's able to take it. They're just going to skate it out over the line. Steel push it right back in immediately. Here we go. Kirkland fires one down, deflects off a Otter player, and goes to the side where the Otters will pick it up. They'll skate out of the zone here on the near wall. Steel push them right back in. Otters pick it up down in that corner. Well, all the way, wrap around to the other side. Kirkland battling, Rosie in there as well. Puck ends up out in the middle. Stambaugh finds it. Excuse me, that one snuck up on me. I didn't get to mute in time. Bucks, say Spandy and Rosine holding the zone. Wrap around. 10 minutes left in this first period. We're 5 minutes into this. Zeros held at the line. First 5 minutes, predominantly pressure by the Steel. My unofficial count, 3-4 shots actually getting on net, but a lot of pressure. Otters with their maybe first real attempt down in the offensive zone. Backhand attempt goes wide right, hits that back wall. Kirkland will pick it up. She'll try to skate it out, and it gets dispossessed. So Van Allsburg sweeps in, pushes it out to the corner. Hanrahan will pick it up, swing it around opposite side. Off the half wall. With these rinks, that puck ain't making it out. Otter is able to fire that one down. Now it's behind the net. Hanrahan throws it right back. So Otter Point and Hanrahan just playing catch at this point. Van Allsburg gets in the mix. She wants a piece of it. She's going to fire around the other way. Point on this side will hold. Point fires and shoots. Knocked down by Hanneran. Hit her in the shinies. Now they're going to take it and go the opposite direction. That's Hines. She loses an edge. Now the puck's just kind of right in the pile there. And we're into the zone clean, kind of right where we can't really get a good angle. There you go. Kirkland takes that one out across the middle. Tries to turn. Van Allsburg will pick it up. They both lose it momentarily. Here we go. Hines. Quick shot. Goal! That's Hines notching the first goal of the game. 8:40. On the board. Puck's down. Steele pushed that one in the offensive zone. 8:35. Otters able to kick that one back up the other way. Johnson will retreat. She'll collect that one. She's going to skate behind Doobie. Goalie Veda Doobie on loan to the Steel today. Waconia native, rather. Veda Doobie played with a lot of these girls on association. She played for us yesterday morning. Very thankful to Reese Fetch and Veda Doobie for filling in goalie duties this weekend. Puck's down, draw, nobody wants to take possession. There we go, Steele will get it, they'll push it forward. Otters try to backhand it out of the zone, doesn't make it. Neldner gets there first, so she'll dump it down the corner. Now Otters take it. They're just kind of playing a little bit of back and forth. That's going to skirt out. Can we hold? Johnson, nice little hold on the blue line. She'll throw it down. Oh, no, they said not. Steele had to clear. They do clear and retake possession in the zone. Can we hold this time? Nope. That comes out. Johnson throws it in, delayed offsides, hands up. Now the girls are out, but Otters have it. Now they're across the red line. And they're in the zone. Spandy, a little swipe, doesn't make it. Down the middle, Johnson and Kirkland able to knock that one over the sidewall. Spandy deflects it. Johnson, Kirkland right there as well. Just not letting the Otters get that puck to the middle of the rink in front of goalie Doobie. There we go, Hines off to the races. She's got that outside edge, gets by two, takes a quick shot, kick save by the goalie. Oh, Kirkland on the follow-up. Just overskated it. Just enough to not get a shot on that. Rosine came charging down the pipeline as well, and she couldn't get a shot off either. So, girls doing what they're supposed to do, following that breakaway, making sure you're in the right spot for a rebound attempt. Just both Kirkland and Rosine just a little skating a little too fast, not able to get that shot off. But good things happen when you crash that net. They keep doing that, we'll get one. All right, Otters able to knock this one out of the zone. That's going to go all the way, and with this rink, that ain't making it to the wall. So Otters will get there. They'll possess. Ooh, try to backhand. They overskate this time. Their turn to misfire. Now we're just seeing who can take it. They're behind the net. Rosine trying to knock it forward. Otters trying to get it. Backhand attempt. A little bit long. Off the skate of Crosby. And then deflected up by the goalie. Otters retain possession. They're up just inside the blue line. Rosine charges, contests. That allows Hines to pick it up. Now she's loses it momentarily. Goes horizontally across just inside the red line before she can take it and charge into the offensive zone. So the head of steam she had kind of eaten up there. She lost it off her tape. Otters in the corner lose an edge and go down. That allows Kirkland to pick it up. She's all by herself. She can find somebody in the middle. Rosine was there. Rosine ends up floating towards her, so not able to accept the pass. Kirkland takes a shot off the pipe into the corner. Centering pass attempt by Gorns. Beautiful pass. Kirkland tried to backhand it. Boy, if she'd been a lefty, that would have been beautiful right there. Otters out of the zone. Kirkland intercepts the pass, though. Slows him down. Crosby there as well in the mix. Kirkland still battling. Gorns there as well. Otter D able to come in. They're on their side of the red line. Hanran knocks it off their tape. And then Crosby says, get out of here. Pushes him out of the zone. Now it's back. Neldner off the bench will take a quick shot. Doesn't get much of an angle, so that harmlessly goes in front of the goalie. Van Allsburg charges in off her line change. And she'll hold the zone. Now they're battling in the corner. Go. We talked to Van Allsburg on the car ride up, talking about winning those battles on the boards. Steel players seem committed to that. We've seen a lot of, we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a trip call, I believe, on the Otters. Oh no, Neldner, they're saying. Called it on Neldner. Pointed at the victim, not the offender, which is interesting. So Neldner will go to the sin bin for tripping. That puts the Steel on the first penalty kill of this game. Kirkland at center. Arya on her left. Would have preferred her on the right, and that's why, getting that extra body in between the net. Doobie didn't see that one, didn't get down in time, goes 5-hole, and took all of about 5 seconds for that penalty kill to bite us on the backside. So a tripping penalty and a misplay of lining up in the wrong position leads to a goal. And credit where it's due, good hard shot from the Otters. Went 5-hole. So on the drop, Kirkland. Samba on her right, Hines on the left. Otters will take possession. They're right on the blue line, we're dancing. Hines trying to kick it forward. Stambaugh there as well. It's right in front. And now it gets dumped into the offensive zone. Otters will pick it up behind their goalie. They'll try to fire along that wall. Kirkland there. She'll knock it towards the middle. Right into a charging Otter. But Hanrahan pushes him back to the blue line twice. Can't hold the third time. Here we go. Now we've got just a scrum here right in the middle. Girls just battling hard. Hanrahan will come out of it. Looking for that outside edge. She's got a big long stride. She'll take a shot. Wide right, hits off the back wall. Stambaugh will try to push it back behind the goalie. Hines there. Up to the point. Hanrahan will hold. She'll spin. Do a 360 backhand attempt to get it down the middle. She does. Otters push it up. Kirkland. She tries to get it to the middle, drifting down. Now just kind of hanging out there on the face-off dot. Otter player loses an edge, so Steel will pick it up, try to throw it to the middle. Otter's going to get it. Steel doing a good job of trying to get it to the middle, committed, but really haven't had anybody posting up in front of the goalie, so that hasn't paid off just yet. Hanrahan will pick that one up. She'll fire that thing around the far side. Hines will try to pick it up. She overskates, so the Otter is able to take it, dump it down from the point. Hanrahan pushes it up. Two Otter defensemen misplay it together. Now Hines is off to the races. Here we go. She goes low, far side. Notches the second one for the Steel. On the draw. Hines on her right, Rosine on her left, Spandy, Johnson out as your D pair. And we just get a little muscle there. A couple girls go down a pile. Otters skated in the zone, knocked off the tape by Johnson, far wall. Otters still push it back behind Doobie. Doobie slides to her right, watching that puck. Maybe we should watch it with the camera, huh? Otters point, fires it down to the middle. Johnson will pick it up. That one's out of the zone. Here we go. Neldner's got it. Quick shot. Goalie drops down, covers, holds. She sat on that one and hatched a save. So we'll get a face-off, I believe, to the goalie's right, will be my guess. Line changes for both teams. Kirkland as your center, Horns as your right, Van Allsburg as your left. Draw goes to Van Allsburg. She tries to fire, goes wide right, hits the back wall. Kirkland able to knock that one up to Spandy. Spandy kicks it back down. Otters have it down in the corner. We're just kind of battling for it on the wall. Kirkland's going to come up with it. She'll cycle high side and eventually just gets pushed. Now the girls have to clear. That's Van Allsburg. She needs to hustle out. She does. Oh, they're going to say hooking. So that'll put the steal on the power play. Should bring us back into the offensive zone. Is down. Here we go. Steal up 2-1 on the power play. Van Allsburg down in the corner, gets wrapped around her. Ooh, a rare miss on the blue line by Henrian. She thought she had it and it just snuck by her. They try to dump it in. Otters. Van Allsburg swoops in, holds the zone. Girls playing aggressive. I think they feel like if they can just maybe get one or two more, kind of rip this thing open, they could walk away with this one. Henrian skates around, finds that outside edge, shoots it to the middle. Otter is able to contest and push it back. So Henrian will try again. Now she's going to come inside edge, go to the inside, swoop around. She's going to take that quick shot. Ooh, nice hard shot. Just didn't have the angle she needed, so it popped in front of the goalie, hit the far wall. Multiple Steel players down here in a pile. That was Crosby and Van Allsburg kind of getting in each other's spaces. They both went down. That allowed the Otters to pick that one up, go all the way down the far side. So 45 seconds left in the power play. Crosby will get there first. She'll try to power that one up the wall. Otters able to hold at the point. Hines able to kick them out on the second attempt. So we'll go down to the other side and we'll get a whistle. So that's going to come back. Line changes for the Steel. Van Allsburg off. Spandy on. Johnson on as your D pair. I believe we still have Stanbaugh, Hines, and Meldner out there for your forwards. Draw goes up to Meldner. She just pushes that one forward and says, I'll take this one and go all the way. Oh, at the timer. Just not enough. She needed about 2 more seconds. Great idea. All right, we're going to go dark. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back. Girls are going to switch sides. So they'll be skating from right to left on your screens. You've got Kirkland out there at center, Hines on her left, Van Allsburg on her right. Puck is down. Kirkland swipes at the puck. Otters try to push it back to their D. They're going to be successful. Hines tries to intercept. Otters able to kick that one up. Hidden underneath the wall. Now it squirts out. Spandy will take that one. Far side. She'll kick it up to Hines. Hines, Van Allsburg enter the zone clean. Hines around the outside edge. Kirkland, Van Allsburg pushing down to the middle. Quick shot. Ooh, rebound attempt. That rebound came out hot. Kirkland was right there and wanted it. And it just bounced off the leg pad of the goalie. Too fast for Kirkland to react in time. Now we're battling. Van Allsburg pushes it into the offensive zone. Kirkland there as well. Otters able to kick it right back. Spandy will pick it up right in front of the penalty box. Finds Kirkland. Kirkland will turn and burn. She's into the offensive zone, trying to find that outside edge. Off the back wall, hits off the back of the goal, and the Otters will pick it up. Kirkland trying to contest. Otters just going to skate this one out. They're across the middle. Spandy gets turned around. Finds him though, pushes him to the outside. They take a shot harmlessly off the back wall into the corner. That's up the half wall. We'll see what happens here. Centering pass attempt doesn't make it all the way down. Deflected. Otters able to get it and turn. And they score. So Steele and Otter players all right there. Just nobody could really get any lumber on that one. It kind of just bounced around until an Otter player just kind of kicked it in. So tough one. Would like to see that one get swept out of there by the defenseman, but no luck. Puck is down. Here we go. Twos to start the second period. Otters scoring in the first minute of the second to tie this game up. Steele take the draw. They push in the offensive zone. It's Gorns losing an edge. Otter player losing an edge. Right behind the net here. Gets kicked out up to the point. Hanrahan will hold initially. Now she'll backhand that one down. Otters try to fire it back up. There we go. That's Neldner battling. Otters come away with it though. Hanrahan tries to skate over and push. She does. Beautiful centering pass. Ends up more like a shot, so the goalie will cover and save. She was trying to find Neldner in front of the net. Just pass floated a little low. Goalie able to intercept and cover. On the draw, Rosine on the right, Stambaugh on the left. Oh, flip that, Stambaugh on the right. Draw, off Kirkland's skate. Rosine flies in, tries to hammer it. Now we're just battling. We've got a pile here. Somebody's sitting on it. Rosine, there we go. Now it's out. Kirkland's got it. She'll come across the middle. Up to Hanrahan. Hanrahan loads, fires. Wide left. Otters will pick it up, skate up the wall. Got a stick down. That's Stambaugh. She retrieves that. Oh, Kirkland wanted to skate that one across the middle. Rosine taps it behind her and knocks it off her own teammate's stick. There we go. Otters push it into their offensive zone. Hanrahan gets there first though. She'll skate behind Doobie. And now we've got Rosine trying to skate out of the zone. She's out. Otters able to knock it back though. Now Rosine will just kick that one all the way down, and we're going to get an icing call. So we're coming back. Steele taking the opportunity for a full forward line change. Spandy, Johnson as your D pair. Melber, Van Allsburg, Hines as your forwards. Draw goes to the Otters. They momentarily push it forward, and it gets kicked off to the near wall. Hines battling on the wall. Two Otter players. Melber decides to get in and help out. That's up to the blue line. Held initially. Neldner will take this one. Ooh, she wanted to try to find that and get around the edge, but couldn't. Otters able to hold. Hines now battling. Van Allsburg says, get out of here. That's out of the zone. Pushed it up. Hines have been tangled though, so Van Allsburg looking to find a breaking Hines, but Hines got tied up. Van Allsburg, off the boot of an Otter player, just rebounds right back, and we're going to get a call. That's going to put Neldner in the bin for her second penalty of the day. And they're going to say tripping. She just kind of came over the top shoulder of the attacker in front of her and just kind of knocked her down. So Neldner, number 2 on the day, second penalty kill for the Steel. If you recall our last one, they scored right off the draw. Let's hope that we don't repeat that. So your penalty kill team out to start will be Hanneran and Crosby, with forwards Kirkland and Rosine. There we go. We've got them lined up on the right side. Rosine lining up in between the draw and the goalie. It's a good start. Kirkland fires that one up. Quick shot. Deflected by Crosby, being in the right location. Placement is everything. Spacing. There we go. Otters trying to hold the zone. They do momentarily. Now we're up. That's going to get out of the zone. If Kirkland can get there first, she'll have a breakaway. Quick shot. Goal! Kirkland! The shorty from the shorty. Kirkland notching her first shorthanded goal of the weekend. So, putting that one up, that puts the Steel up 3-2. Still on the penalty kill, though. So on the draw goes to Kirkland and Rosine. Rosine tries to hammer it forward. Now we're just kind of ping-ponging back and forth. Kirkland really feeling the vibe right now after that shorthanded goal. She'll take a quick backhand shot, cover save by the goalie. Boy, I understand the need to change on a penalty kill. You want fresh legs, but with the way Kirkland was feeling it, you almost want to leave the hot hand out there. Hines on the draw. Her sister on her left. They win the draw, push it to the back wall. Hines will take possession, tries to turn and fire centering pass. Gets contested on the wall. It slows it down, but minute 9 left in this penalty kill. Spandy, Johnson, smartly playing a little deeper defense, not wanting the Otters to get that odd man break on the power play. Spandy battling right there in the red line with Hines and Hines. Johnson playing kind of that deep safety position we've seen Herman playing all weekend. And there we go, it paid off this time. Johnson able to play the body, and while the shot gets off, no real danger there. So we'll get a face-off to the goalie's right. It's real quiet in this rink all of a sudden. Here we go. Puck is down. Otters take possession. They cycle up to the blue line. Otters looking, turn, they fire, try to get it down the middle. Not much happening there. So that kicked off the wall. Nice job. Steel using that chip off the half board to avoid the Otters. Centering pass attempt. Oh, Hines didn't realize it was coming. We almost had the Hines connection there. But alas, they were missed. Johnson tries to push her skate to the outside. She does. Quick shot. Goal. So another power play goal. 3 seconds left in the power play. Otters able to tie this one back up. Otter player just taking that outside edge, wrapping in. Had heavy congestion there, getting pushed off, but took that angled shot, and goalie Veda Doobie couldn't make the save. So here we go, threes. We got a brand new game. 9:20 left in the second. Steel take the draw. Van Allsburg has on her tape. She'll push in the zone. She'll try to take a quick shot. Pushes forward. Kirkland right there. No dice. Now we've got it. Far corner. Otters come inside with that one. Knocked off the tape by Kirkland. Van Allsburg will go down to contest. She'll miss. Claire will throw it down. They're behind. Van Allsburg picks a misplay by the Otters. She'll try to wrap around. Gets knocked off her tape. She's behind the goalie and loses it, so an Otter player will take it. Up the wall, Kirkland knocks it back. Van Allsburg will do a 180. She'll pick it up. Centering pass attempt. Love the centering pass attempt idea, although really been talking with her about looking where you're going. Nobody home, so that pass attempt for nothing. Van Allsburg battling in the corner. Now it gets knocked behind the goalie. Kirkland will race to that opposite near side here and contest. Doesn't take possession, but doesn't allow the Otters to get it either. So now we're just battling. Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg. Oh no. That was Stambaugh. Her stick just tied up by the Otter defenders. Beautiful pass. Just couldn't get the shot off. Up the half wall. We'll catch that one on a line change. Hanran. She'll load, fire, deflected, right down the middle. Otters will skate that one out of the zone. And coming down the tracks, here we go. Nice little back check by Hines. Pulls it off the tape of that player who was trying to go coast to coast. Kirkland's got a head of steam. She's just going all the way. She's going to take this one and go to the inside. She's in the zone clean. She'll take a shot. Angled shot. Cover save. Boy, you could see in Kirkland's eyes, she was going coast to coast. Does get the shot off. Nice little save by the Otter goalie. We'll get a face off to the goalie's right. On the draw, tries that backhand sweep attempt to get over to Hines. Otters take possession though. Nice little centering pass attempt. That gets deflected off the wall. Hines will pick it up. She'll go right back to the middle. Gets knocked down. Hines not able to corral that one in front of the net. Spandy Johnson playing really deep defense, not holding that blue line, so that allows the puck to come out. Here we go. Neldner knocks it into the zone. It's loose. We've got a 3-on-1 situation. Quick shot. Deflected to the back wall. Boy, if that rebound had popped anywhere in front, I think we would have hammered that one in with two Steel players just right there and nobody else. Quick shot. Hines doesn't get enough on it. She loses an edge and goes down. Pass comes up to the blue line. Spandy right there. Otter able to kind of put it through her skates. Johnson pushing the attacker out to that outside wall. Landon now will pick it up, and it's on the wall. Centering pass attempt. Doobie makes the initial save, can't cover, but gets picked up by Johnson. Johnson stretch pass up to the blue line. Hines, it's out. Otters take it. They'll try to cycle D to D. They were missing the second defenseman though, so it hits the wall, and Steele able to push that one in the offensive zone. They can't control it though, so the Otters will take it back the other way. We've got a 2-on-2. Spandy, a little poke check, gets it out. Now it gets pushed over the red line. Rosine is on. Kirkland, Rosine, and yeah, that's, oh, they're saying clean. Interesting. I would have said offsides on that one, but we get away with that one. Rosine's got it just inside the blue line. She'll push up to Kirkland. Kirkland takes a quick swipe at it. So the three girls just kind of pushing it forward. Not a lot of steam on it though, so the goalie able to deflect it to the back wall. Wraparound attempt. Denied again by the Otter goalie. Rosine picks this one up on the half wall. Can't quite. Does she hold? She does hold. She's battling. She's just going to dump this one down in the corner. We're going to get two new defensemen on. Hannaran and Crosby. Just in time, that one's coming up the half wall. We've got a scrum for it. Crosby holds, dumps it right down the middle. Nice. Corns trying to hold the zone. Kirkland, Crosby again. Crosby resuming where she left off as a defenseman. Took the game as a forward. Now she's back on D doing what she does, just holding the zone and holding it well. Corns picks it up on the half wall, tries to go into the inside of the middle of Kirkland, deflected by the Otters, and held again by Crosby. Let's see if she can hold for a fifth or sixth consecutive time. Steele really holding the zone, not leading to any shots here, but we've done a Gorin's picking it up. She turns, fires, deflected, a little bit to the right of the goalie. Van Allsburg contesting, trying to play the body there. And now we're out of the zone. Crosby able to knock it back, but because of the line change, we had someone coming off the bench that inadvertently was offsides. Hanrahan has it at the red line. Backhand attempt, gets it into the zone. Misplayed by the Otters, so Stambaugh will race in. Kirkland, had it. Tried to play it from her knees. Couldn't. Otters end up getting it. They're just going to dump this one in. That should be a whistle. Yep, that's coming back. 3:43 left in the second. We're knotted at threes. I would say this one has predominantly been Steele. Couple power play goals though for the Otters, allowing them to stay in this one. So if the Steele can just manage to put another one or two in and then play clean, stay out of the bin, I think that's the plan. Quick shot off the draw, deflected. Second attempt, deflected again. Centering pass attempt, it's loose, and we get a goal! So ping pong back and forth right around in front of the net. We'll see, I believe 64 Hines might have pumped in that rebound in the scrum. Didn't see where the initial shot came from. So who would get the assist on that one? They've been really inconsistent calling things in the PA, so not expecting much help in that regard from the announcing box. Draw goes to Steele. Nelner pushes in the offensive zone. Backhand centering pass finds nobody. And the Otters will take it. Push out. Hines tries to hold momentarily. Spandy will pick this one up on the wall. She'll cycle to Johnson. Johnson looking. Stretch pass. Finds Hines. Hines will dump and chase. So the girls getting back to what they did on Friday night and Saturday morning, just committed to the pass. Got away from that last night. But seems to be working here today. Otters able to take this one. Spandy, little poke check, misses. Johnson playing deep. She pushes her player to the outside. Now it gets knocked off by the back check. So Johnson again saving the day, pushing the player out, avoiding the breakaway. This is Johnson. She's going coast to coast. She's got that edge. She'll take a quick shot right in front of the goalie. Johnson proving to be too speedy for her own team. Nobody able to get there to get on the backside to pump that one in. Steele wrapping that one around far side to the near side. Otters get there first. Kirkland races contest, but just battling inside the line. Now that one's out. Spandy will pick it up. She loses an edge. Not sure that. And Kirkland loses an edge. We got players down all over. Otters trying to enter the zone. They do. Knocked off the tape by Johnson. Dunlop wrapping around to the near corner. Squirts to the middle. Spandy fires that one. Point for Otters can't hold. So they'll turn fire off the half wall back into the zone. Not even close to getting out of the zone for the Otters, but no hand goes up. Doesn't matter. Steele kick it back the other way. And we'll get a call. So that one's coming back. 1:38 left in the second on this 4-3 game for your Minnesota Steel. Kirkland on the draw, Rosine on her left, and Gorin's on her left. They're discussing who should go to the other side. Gorin's moves over. Draw goes from Kirkland to Rosine. She'll stick handle and try to skate out of the zone. Ends up getting hit. Here we go, Kirkland. She's going to get there first. Let's see what happens. Quick shot. Nice cover save by the Otter goalie. It's still loose. Now we get the whistle. Izzy not immediately realizing that the whistle wasn't there. That's a tough one, though. I get it. These 9 and 10-year-olds, yesterday, refs in both games were blowing the whistle immediately as soon as the goalie touched it. Here, the ref doing their job, actually, getting up there, seeing the puck was loose and not blowing the whistle. Kirkland realized it, but not enough time to tap that rebound in. draw goes to the steal. They battle for it on the boards. Otters come away with it though, so now they're skating out of the zone. Crosby right here underneath us, hard to see, fighting. Hanrahan will take that one. Can't quite corral that one in. Yep, that's going to be offsides. Not intentional, but couldn't quite settle that puck. Does a little dipsy doodle on the wrong side of the blue line. Deked out her own teammates. Two of them just entered the zone, so we'll get an offsides call. Neldner on the draw, Van Allsburg on the right, Samba on the left. Spandy Johnson is your D pair. Neldner finds Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg will dump and chase. Neldner will get there. Van Allsburg in the pile as well. Squirts out. Van Allsburg throws that one to the middle. Samba trying to get there. Up the half wall. Neldner. She'll try to backhand that one towards the net. Van Allsburg posts it up in front. Otters come away with it though. Boy, nice job, Spandy and Johnson, not letting that Otter attacker get comfortable. They swipe it off her stick. Now it gets pushed out just inside the red line. Otters, way offsides. Nice job, number 8 for the Otters, realizing she had a player in the zone. Otter parents really letting that player know to get on sides. We're going to go quiet, and we'll be back to see you in the third. Getting a little dance break in there before the puck drop. Steel Girls just feeling the vibe right now, taking that 1-goal lead into the third. Otters come away with the draw. They wrap around, try to get in the offensive zone. Hanrahan quickly dispossesses the puck from them, and she'll push into the offensive zone. She gets around one. She's got a quick shot. Strong shot. Goal! Nice job, Hanrahan. Coming all the way around. Gets by one as she crosses the blue line, comes inside, gets around the other, does that figure 8 move. Gets the goalie sliding across, goes other side. Nice job, Hanrahan. 15 minutes, a lot of time left. 14:42 to be exact, a lot of time left. 2-goal lead. Kevin Gork says that's the worst lead in hockey. We'll see if that turns out to be true. Hanrahan skates over the blue line, gets onside, Steele able to dump and chase. Hanrahan, Hines, and Hines in there as your forwards. Crosby and Neldner as your D pair. Centering pass attempt by Steele. Harmlessly finds an Otter player, so they're going to come back the other way. Hanrahan back checking, pushes it off the tape into the near wall here. Another Otter player will come in to support, and it ends up being Hines that comes away with it. She gets, there we go. Oh, Otter's able to take that one, push it back the other way. And we're going to get a whistle. Partial line change for your Steele. Rosine up there giving some words to her center, Kirkland, maybe asking for the pass right off the draw. Take a quick shot. Stamba out there as well. Draw goes back to Crosby. Crosby fires a quick shot, deflected off the boot of a skater, and then gets pushed over to the far wall. And Neldner holds, finds Kirkland. She'll backhand it down. Rosine up there. We've got 3 Steel players playing that blue line point. Neldner knocks it back down. We need our forwards to penetrate here a little bit, get down a little deeper. Quick shot, beautiful pass by Rosine, outstretched stick of Kirkland. Just couldn't reel that one in. She'll chase it down to the corner, try to get to the middle. Standby right there as well. Centering pass attempt, a little bit lower than what Rosine could handle. Now that one's going to come out. So Steele will have to retreat. Otters giving chase, centering pass attempt, right to the middle. Thankfully finds Kirkland. Those passes right in front of your own goalie. Not a fan. Kirkland goes to the outside, far side, loses it momentarily, backhands it, pops up about 5 feet in the air. Now we're held. That's Neldner trying to hold at the point. Does the first time, Camp the second. Otters trying to get a break. Crosby's back, Kirkland is back. They're going to get Kirkland for the trip though. So again, like we were talking about in the second, they're not going to say trip. They're going to say she went in with the elbow. So maybe a little, I don't know, some elite mind, some hockey mind tell me what the call would be. They call that a cross check. They're saying she just, basically they're saying she just bodied him. Roughing. So for the 3rd time today, the Minnesota Steel go on the penalty kill. We are 0 for 2 on the penalty kill. That has not been our strength today. Hopefully this can we can break that streak, turn this around. Steel take possession. Hanrahan is looking to skate it out of the zone. She does. She's got Hines with her. She gets by 1. We've got a 2-on-1 situation here. Quick shot. It's loose. Now we get the cover. Strong shot by Hanrahan. Would have liked to have seen the cross-ice pass to a wide-open Hines on the backside, but you know what? We'll take the cover. We'll burn more time. We'll stay in the offensive zone on this penalty kill. Hanrahan, Hines, Spandy, Johnson. Nice little backhand attempt. Quick shot by Hines. Deflected. Goes into the corner. Like to see those shots right off the jaw. Hanrahan knocks it off the tape momentarily. Ends up right back on the tape of the Otter player though. Stretch pass. Finds another Otter entering the zone. Hanrahan able to knock that one off their tape. Misplay. And that one's out of the zone. Now we're battling for it right here in front of us. Otter is able to kick that one back into our defensive zone. Johnson will pick it up. She'll swing all the way around. Veda Doobie finds Hanrahan on the stretch pass. Oh, if Hanrahan could have busted that one loose. Here we go. Yep, just couldn't quite. Oh, squirts loose in the middle. She's got 1 to beat. Quick shot, cover save. So 2 good shot attempts here on the penalty kill. Line changes for the Steel. We've got Hines at center, Van Allsburg on her left. Van Allsburg should be over on the right. We want to move her over. Nobody realizing that. I'd like to see her on the goal side. But puck is down. Otters take possession. Up to the point. Neldner will try to dump it down. Otters take it though. They push forward. Steel will get there first. That's Crosby. Crosby will take it. They fire it down to the wall themselves. Now they're going to go up the half wall. Not enough to get out of the zone though. Otters will take it. They'll fire it back down. Van Allsburg knocks that down. Ends up on the tape of Neldner. Neldner's trying to find the outside edge. She gets by 1. Gets slowed down though. Ends up trying to backhand it into the zone. Otters will go back the other way. Knocked down by Crosby, and it's still loose. It's there, and we'll get a cover. So dangerous. Only 3 seconds left in the penalty kill. 3 seconds left on the last penalty kill is exactly when the Otters scored. So Lightning almost struck twice there. So we'll get the draw down a player, and Kirkland standing up ready to go, get out of that box, get us back to full strength. Gorns getting called, moved over, puck is down, quick shot, Gorns in the right position, deflects that with her boot, and we're back at full strength. Kirkland right to the bench, Hannaran on the ice. Johnson trying to just find that outside wall, find Rosine. Rosine will take it. She gets tied up. Hannaran will end up taking it out of the zone. She finds that outside edge. Here we go. She's going to have another good shot attempt. Quick shot right into the goalie, who will deflect it in the far corner. Quick shot. She makes that seal, and it sneaks in. So again, didn't have that one covered. Let's see if I can get to that replay button in time. I do. So you can see her. She makes the seal. She thinks she has it, and then it pops in. Otter fans hoping for a quicker whistle, but as we've seen, they are consistent. They've been, if they at all think it's loose, they're going to let those girls play. Ref giving a description to the other ref. She did not have it covered. It was loose. Appreciate that about these refs today. Whether they make all the right calls or not, really liking that they are consistent in their calls. Can't ask for much more than that. That's Johnson. She'll fire it out of the defensive zone. Otters won the draw and pushed in. Now we're kind of ping-ponging back and forth neutral ice. Otters take the initiative. They're into the offensive zone. Across the middle, quick shot. Wide right. Down into the corner. Spandy and Gorns right there. Bren will come away with that one. She's going to skate this one up over the blue line. She gets contested, just gets bodied and knocked down. Knocked off the puck. Otters way offsides. Yep, so that one's coming back. .9:18 left in this third period. Kirkland, Van Allsburg, standby as your forwards. Crosby and Neldner as your D pair. Draw goes to the steal. Kirkland finds Stambaugh. Stambaugh tries to push it forward. Otters push it right back. So that ends up down on the red line. Crosby finds Kirkland streaking up the middle. She'll get by one and immediately get taken down. So Kirkland draws the penalty. Otter fans kind of conceding that one. It's a case of the Otter player just being considerably larger than Izzy, and that's a tough one. She did take her down. I would say in a lot of the games we've played this weekend that probably wouldn't get called, but they're calling them fairly tight today. Kirkland stays out. She's on the draw, so no changes. Crosby, Neldner still out there as your D pair. Kirkland, Van Allsburg, Stambaugh out there as your forwards. Otters take it on the penalty kill. They're just going to fire that one all the way down to the far side. Steele will get there first. They'll turn out of the zone. Otters push it right back in. That's going to be offsides. And they're going to get that whistle. So Otters doing the work for us. We'll get to pull that one back up a third of the sheet of ice. Get the draw. And we take that one back the other way. Is down. Kirkland finds Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg will take it. She'll skate. She's over the red line. Knocked off her tape just on the right side of the red line. Goes back to Crosby. Crosby fires it over to off the half wall. Van Allsburg had already turned her momentum, carried her the other way, so she couldn't pull that one in. Otters will take it. Van Allsburg takes it with her skate, keeps it in the zone. Now Neldner will push it down towards the net. Otter is able to grab that one and just fire it off the half wall. Neldner will retreat. She'll try to cycle D to D. Claire can't pull that one in. Tries to chip it forward, but the Otter is able to push it back the other way. Kirkland will take it. Little drop pass to Neldner. It's like they're trying to set something up here. Ooh, Kirkland races in, loses an edge, ends up taking out Hines. Allows the Otters to come back the other way. Crosby pushes that one to the outside wall. 7:46 left in the third. Steele just trying to get out of the zone on this power play, which interesting. They just can't seem to get out of the defensive zone here. Otters just really holding the zone well on this penalty kill. My goodness. Crosby, she'll retreat. She'll pick this one up. She'll wrap around behind goalie Doobie. She's going to come up the other way. Boy, Otter player just comes in hot, knocks her off her skates. No call. Yep, can't pass to a player inside the offensive zone. So, whistle goes. That'll pull us over to the face-off dot just outside the defensive zone. 7:05 left in the third. Steele up 6-3 over the Otters. Hanrahan on the draw. Gorn's on her right. Hines on her left. Spandy, Johnson is your D pair. Otters back to full strength. Their player out of the box, right to the bench. New player on the ice. There we go. Gorn's able to pick this one up. She'll have Hanrahan with her. Gorns takes the shot. Cover save. Should come to the goalie's left, I believe. Hanrahan on the draw. Gorn still on her right. Hines on her left. Hanrahan will win the draw. Hines will turn, try to fire, misfires. That allows the Otters to take it and push back up the other way. They're over the red line. They're into the zone clean. They'll take a shot. Wide left. Hanrahan will pick that one up. Oh, she just loses it in her own skates. She's forced to do a 180 to recollect that puck. Losing it again. Boy, that puck just proving to be elusive for Hanrahan in that moment. Off the wall, Gorns will pick it up. She's coming right up the gut. Gets by one, gets by two, can't get by the third. Squirts loose though. We'll see if we can't capitalize on this misplay by the Otters and hold this offensive zone. Steele taking this opportunity for a partial line change. Gorns off, Johnson on. Otters have it, they're coming up the half wall, and they're just going to skate it out. They throw it to the middle, but it's deflected by Hines to her sister, who will take and turn and fire that up. Hanrahan chasing, Hines chasing. They'll fire it to the middle, kind of in no man's land. Nobody really there. Otters will get there first. Contested by Rosine. Enough to battle right here in front of us. We got sticks down, players down. Hanrahan, Rosine, more bodies hitting the ice. Puck squirts out, Otters will take it. They'll go across horizontally on the red line. Try to fire it in the offensive zone. Hanrahan able to contest. Otters come away with that one. Hanrahan gets a stick in there, quick deflect, but a turn and fire. Quick 180 shot from the Otters. Not sure Doobie ever really had a chance on that one. So girls just not able to clear that one, just kind of hung out in the middle there. Steele not able to help the goalie and clear. The Otter player just literally spinning on her skates, just got some good lumber on that one and kept it low and got that one in. So 6-4, 5 minutes left in the third. Otters close the gap to 2. Otters take possession after the draw. Kirkland trying to back check. Otters just pushing right down the middle. Backhand shot attempt wide right. Off the back wall. Otter Steele player bumping hard behind the net. Both going down. They're both a little shook up. That's Neldner. She's up though now. Both players up. They just kind of went chin to chin right into each other. Otters knocking that one across the ice, down into the near corner. Crosby. Let's see, who is that? Hines. Crosby got there first, knocked it up to Hines. Now it's out of the zone. Otters enter the zone clean a second time. Crosby has it. Little soft pass. Finds an Otter. Rosine trying to help clear the puck, and she does. But they're saying tip by that Otter player, so we're not going to get an icing call. Who wants it more? Kirkland gets there first. He'll try to fire centering pass attempt to Hines. Oh no, defensive line change. Caught us there. Backhand attempt. So, just a little quick puck action there, catching us offsides. Kirkland thought she had skated out, but negative. So we'll get some line changes. Hanrahan on the draw, Stamp on the right, Van Allsburg on the left. Spandy Johnson out there is the deep pair. Hanrahan over to Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg tied up with her player, can't pick it up. So the Otters will chase. They'll pick it up first. Johnson will take it. She'll turn, chip up the half board to find Hanrahan. Hanrahan chips it up to herself. Otters will get there first though. That's Van Allsburg. Slows it down just inside the blue line. Allows Johnson to get there, knock it off the tape of the Otter player. Here's where we've seen the most danger, just ping-ponging it around right in front of the goalie. We need to sweep that thing out of there. Van Allsburg throws it over to the near wall. Hanrahan will pick it up, and she'll get it out of the zone. Gets deflected into the middle into an Otter player. It's that Canadian team from yesterday. I keep wanting to say Ottawa. Johnson retreats. She'll pick it up. She skates behind Doobie. Up the wall, just past the outstretched stick of Hanrahan. So she can't corral that one in. Van Allsburg. Yep, they're going to get an offsides here. (6-4). 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes left in this third period of this fifth place game, the summer roundup tournament. Girls going 1-2 in pool play led them here to this fifth place game. So that one gets hammered all the way down. I believe we're going to get a whistle. We do. That's going to come all the way back. Didn't get to see who really put the lumber on that one and kicked it all the way down. So we'll take the face-off just to Doobie's left. Hanrahan on the draw, Hines on her right, and Gorns on her left. Kicks it over. Otters take possession. They'll cycle up to the blue line. They load, fire, gets deflected. Doesn't make it through. Neldner trying to just push through the pile. It's out of the zone. That was Gorns trying to walk away with it. Otters have other ideas. They push into the offensive zone. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players just in a pile over there. Squirts out. Hines will kick that one back to the wall. Good shot right across the crease. Far wall. Hanrahan will pick that one up. She'll clear the zone. That one doesn't have enough juice to make it, so Otters will have to clear all the way to their defensive zone. Deflected off a skate. Steele trying to capitalize on a little misplay. Rosine trying to push it forward, just has her stick completely tied up. Backhand shot attempt. Again, doesn't get any juice on it. That's Crosby. She'll throw it down to the middle. Otters are going to get there first, though. Neldner tries to push out their tape. Crosby doing a nice job skating back, then turning. Quick shot, deflected by Crosby. Nice job, player Crosby. Up the wall. Now it's back down to the corner. Otters getting there first. 1:20 left in this third period. I would figure holding the puck in the offensive zone, we might have seen their goalie skate off, but not anymore. Flicked up ahead. Hines should get there first. 2 Otters, though, back. She won't have anything easy. She'll take a shot. That's a little bit wide right. It's harmlessly off the back wall into the corner. Rosine will get there first. Otters take possession. They skate around their goalie. Both Hines girls right there trying to contest. Otters able to chip it up off the half wall to an Otter player who breaks out of the defensive zone. They're across neutral ice. Spandy Johnson back trying to push him in. That was Johnson knocking it off. Oh, 2 Otter players run into each other. That allows Rosine to pick up the puck. If she can look up, she does. She finds Hines. There we go. Hines off to the races. We'll see if she goes inside. Ooh. Tries a long shot deflected by number 12 from the Otters. So it doesn't make that one on net. 20 seconds left in this game. Spandy in the corner, digs out, tries to throw it to the middle. Hanrahan right there. Face-off dot. Comes loose. Yep, Hines able to hold that one in. Quick shot, deflected off the boot. Hanrahan finds it. Can she turn? Quick shot. It's loose. Kick save. It's right there on the corner still. Hines now. Oh, accidentally kicks it out of the way. But the Steel come up with the win. So the Steel come out of this tournament in 5th place, notching 2 wins, 2 losses for their overall record for the tournament. Good way to end the last tournament of the season on a win. These girls really had a good season of growth. Think of where we came from in game 1. The passing, markedly better. Spacing, yeah, they had moments where things kind of seemed to click. Excited to see where these girls go and where it takes them in their respective associations this upcoming competitive year. So, good job, Steel. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, fill-in coaches. Thank you, fill-in goalies. That's it for your 8U Steel team this season. Hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Looks like coach is going to corral the kids in here in the middle. Maybe get a photo, group photo. All right, thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time.